Welcome to the jungle! This is Swedish Gringo, and this time we're gonna do something I've dreamt about for a long time. We're gonna go hunting for lemurs in the deep forests of Madagascar. Don't worry, we're not gonna kill them, not even give them a scratch. Just get their tiny little faces on camera. And yeah, we're also gonna be exploring a few other places, such as the capital Antananarivo. Come to think about it, let's just start there. That makes sense. So, here is what to do for a week in Madagascar, if you want to score some of that unique wildlife. More or less guaranteed, capital Antananarivo, or simply Tana, will be where you first touch ground. We made it to Madagascar. Let the adventure begin. Capital is an interesting word here, because this city will look quite different from most other capitals out there. Madagascar is a struggling country, and Tana won't be offering much lush and glamour. Most typical tourists won't even bother staying here unless they need a place for the night. And honestly, I can't really blame them. If you came to experience the wonders of nature, this is probably not on your to-do list. But if you do decide to stay for a few days, you will get a better sense of the country's French colonial history, the culture, and the people. But try to get a decent hotel. Tourists kind of stand out in a crowd here, and you'll want to have a quiet haven away from all the chaos outside.
One beer for me and one milkshake for the parrots.
Madagascar is a big-ass island, the biggest in the whole of Africa and actually the fourth biggest in the world. And getting around ain't easy. You need to know that this won't be your typical smoothly cruising around with your rental car and ticking off all those boxes kind of destination. Traveling here takes time. Roads and infrastructure are in pretty bad shape. And if you happen to visit during the rainy season from November to April, be prepared for the dirt roads to transform into mushy mud or even floods, virtually rendering them inaccessible. In other words, if your timing is off, you might get stuck in one part of the island for days. Conclusion: if you really want to explore all that Madagascar has to offer, make sure to set aside weeks or even months.
Someone in this car has farted. I'm not saying it was you, but it was.
And if your time is limited, focus on a small chunk of the island and save the rest for next time. Our main goal was to see those unique species of lemurs in the wild. Those you won't be able to see in a zoo, because they simply die if in captivity. Best place to go when done in Tana are the national parks outside of rural town Andasibe. A less than a 4-hour taxi ride, if traffic is on your side.
Madagascar is really surprising in a good way here. Looking forward to the next whatever.
This is it. Now you're in the heart of Lemur Wonderland, with adventure waiting all around you. Ask the hotel to set you up with a guide, which is kind of mandatory and necessary, and get those boots on. Let the hunt begin. Lemurs are native only to Madagascar. This is the only place to see them for real.
On our way.
And in the Andasibe National Park area, chances are the highest to see a bunch of different species, some of which will never be found in a zoo. Entrance for the big park is about $12 a head, and for a guide and a driver taking you around, you're looking at about $60 or more. There's probably room for haggling here, but hey, it's lemurs we're talking about here.
So, the adventure begins.
Cool thing about lemurs, the women are running the society. Whatever they want or say is law in lemur land. In other words, they aren't just cute, fluffy and friendly, they're also smart. Do as your woman commands. Far before you actually spot them the first time, you're likely to hear them.
What the hell? The alarm is off!
Many lemurs have a very distinctive and kind of squeaky singing voice. Lemur hunting might get a bit demanding, so spare your body, split it up over a few days. Get back to your hotel for some well-deserved R&R. Or go check the surroundings for a bit. After all, there is a day tomorrow too. And we have been promised even more close-up lemur action at the next place.
Oh, good morning. I'm so happy I had earplugs tonight. You see, we're like in the middle of the rainforest in a place that's called Lemur's Lodge. And those goddamn lemurs are scream singing in the morning. They're scream singing, goddammit. Okay, stop screwing around. Let's go hunt for some goddamn lemurs.
Thing with lemurs is they aren't really that scared of people, but they do tend to hang out with their family far up in the treetops.
Come on, lemurs. Where are you hiding?
Chances are you just might walk past them. Unless you have an eagle-eyed guide, of course.
Shit, they're coming! They're coming! So many of them! Lemurs everywhere! Come on, you guys. Come on, guys. Eat this one? Eat this? No? This is so crazy.
Just don't feed the cute bastards. They're better off finding their own food in the forest. And speaking about forests, lemurs might not be the only animals you run into here. There is a good reason the guide does recommend you wearing long pants. You will get soaked, and there might be a snake or two lurking around.
Starting to understand why they call this rainforest. It's kind of wet.
But more than anything, these are the guys which will haunt you wherever you go. Yes, you will get blood-sucking leeches all over your ankles, feet, and in the neck. They're totally harmless. I'll make this one short, because the deal here is pretty straightforward. You probably already have a sense if Madagascar is your thing or not. If you want an active trip and to experience a very specific kind of wildlife and fauna, then Madagascar won't let you down. Especially if you set aside plenty of time. Madagascar is also adventurous, unique and cheap. Except for those domestic flights, those are ridiculously expensive. And no, we didn't feel unsafe at one single point of our trip. It's totally fine. On the flip side, well, we already went over the really poor condition of the infrastructure and the less than perfect condition of the roads. Add the fact that Madagascar have some tremendous social issues, and be prepared to meet the face of severe poverty and the rich tourists' guilt on a daily basis. And, as you guessed, Madagascar is neither a country to go shopping, bar hopping or food gorging. But for me, the lemurs were the deal breaker. I like Madagascar. Hope you enjoyed that one. And I got some great news! Swedish Gringo is finally traveling again, currently just back from Iceland. Just give me 2 weeks or so and I'll try to puzzle together a video from this land of fire and ice. A cold but amazing place. See ya!